Hello and happy Friday to my 8 members of my VFST team. Those of you who I've been working with one-on-one now, we're entering just about to end today, our 4th week of working together. And I just wanted to talk to you a little bit today about like where we're at in the scheme of things with your, as you approach your 7th week here at Hibu. Some of you I've spoke to this week, sometimes seem a little bit down. But the most important thing I've been hearing consistently throughout is, for many of you, things have begun to click. You're starting to get some of the cadence, some of the motion. You're starting to figure some things out, and that's fantastic. But I just wanted to talk about, I just had a chance like 5 o'clock this morning. I'm looking at some of the numbers I see, and to be honest with you, I'm kind of disappointed, right? I just wanted to challenge all of you today. I know we all want to make sales, and man, you're dealing with probably one of the most competitive people in the world when you're dealing with me. And I'm looking at my team, the 8 people I'm working with, and I look at the skill set on that team. I'm like, we should be much further ahead with this, right? And a lot of that simply comes down to, it just comes down to results, right? Ultimately, when it's all over, results is what counts. And, what I want to encourage you today is just I started thinking about like what Fridays represented to me as a salesperson for 35 plus years, right? Fridays were always my best closing day. Friday, I'm going to give you like 3 C's, I'll call it, right? Fridays were the best day historically that I closed the most business forever and ever in my career. The other C is completion. Friday for business people is a day of completion. Just like we're business people as well. It's a day we want to check off, make sure that we have accomplished everything for the week, and we're going to check that off, right? And that's what our business people do out there today. Fridays is a day of completion, right? So if you have a sale pending, even if you don't have the appointment, get in front of them today. People like to complete things. And the other thing I'd like to talk about is in that day of completion, right? What you do today will determine next week 100%, right? Because if you push a visit into next week, then we realize very few times are we stopping in and seeing someone on a 1-call close. So automatically, even if we have a webinar or we do a visit, it's always, okay, see me next week. So really, today will not determine what happens next week, right? You don't want to get pushed into the following week. So today, part of my 3 C's is what I've noticed through the years is, we talked about closing, day of completion, and compassion. Clients love reps, sales reps particularly, that are out there working late in the day on a Friday. I'm telling you, I've got so many testimonials I could tell you where you walk in and they're like, man, I'm like impressed that you're out there, because they would like their employees to be out there at 5, 6 o'clock on a Friday. So today, the goal, remember, in this whole thing initially in our day-to-day operations was to have 100 visits, right, per week. That's 20 a day. Where are you falling with this thing, man? Where are you at with that? Have we lowered the standard? The only exception to me for the 100 visits a week or 20 a day is if you're doing point-of-sale consultations, right? 2-3 hours, that's because you had a sale. Man, that's a flyer. So, I just want to challenge you today to think about Friday as the closing, completion, and compassion day, right? Take advantage of this. Stay out as late as you can today. Push as hard as you can today to set up next week if you can't close today. What I'm going to ask each one of you to do is to respond to this group text and commit to something today that's a little uncomfortable for you, whether it's I'm going to make 25 stops, I'm going to send 15 videos, whatever that is. Get back, and if you want to send it in a video, that would even be better, but reply to the whole group. So, think about it. I just got you to watch 4.5 minutes of my video, right? What can you do to get your prospects to watch your video? We know the cadence. We know what it takes. Whiteboards, 1 minute, intriguing, interesting. Go out and do it. Make it happen today.